Major General Stanislaw Sosabowski, born on the 8th of May in 1892 in Stanislaw, Galicia in Austro-Hungary, now known as Ivano-Frankivsk in the Ukraine. I apologise for all pronunciation in tonight's video. Sosabowski was played by Gene Hackman in the movie A Bridge Too Far, but before that he was drafted into the Austro-Hungarian army in 1913. He fought against the Russians on the Eastern Front, where he was awarded several medals and was promoted to first lieutenant. In 1915, he was wounded very badly and was removed from frontline service. At the end of the war, Poland gained independence, so Sosabowski volunteered for the new Polish army. His wounds were still not healed, and he was given a position in the general staff instead of frontline positions. In 1922, he was promoted to major, and it's at this time he started his higher military education in Warsaw. On finishing his studying, he was promoted to the Polish General Staff. In 1928, he was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and assigned to the 75th Infantry Regiment. In 1939, he was made commander of the 21st Regiment. When Germany invaded Poland, he was stationed at the Warsaw Citadel. On the 2nd of September, after his regiment managed to make small gains against the Germans, the division was eventually surrounded and his 21st Regiment retreated to Warsaw. On the 8th of September, his unit held the Modin fortress, defending it until the 15th of September. Sosabowski took part in the defence of Warsaw until the 29th of September, where the city finally was defeated. Where the Polish army surrendered, he was made a POW. Under a false name since capture, he escaped joining the Polish underground, eventually making his way to Paris, where the exiled Polish government was holding out. He was put in command of the 4th Infantry Division. With a lack of equipment from the French government, the division struggled to maintain its fighting effectiveness. Finally, once obtaining some equipment, they were moved to the Atlantic coast and ordered to evacuate to Britain. In Britain, he was put in charge of the 4th Division, made up of mainly Polish Canadians. Being the mad bastard he was, he transformed the division into a parachute division, the first in the Polish army, accepting volunteers from any and all Polish formations. In 1942, a plan to have the division drop into Poland to assist the national uprising was scrapped. Sosabowski had made a reputation by this time as a just commander, but also a rash and a compulsive one with all of his peers. In 1943, Boy Browning folded the Polish Paras into the Airborne Division. Sosabowski would be offered a promotion to Brigadier General, but he refused. Until 15th of June 1944, where he was promoted regardless. In August 1944, news of the Warsaw Uprising had reached London. The Polish brigade was ready to be dropped into Poland to assist the uprising. However, the Soviets had denied use of friendly airfields, and the operation was abandoned, as the distance was too great to do a direct drop from London. Sosabowski struggled to maintain the division's morale, as it was close to mutiny, but he somehow managed it. After the war, the general found out that his son was serving as a medic in the Warsaw Uprising and was very badly wounded and blinded. While planning for Market Garden, Sosabowski voiced his concerns early, and his main concern was with the long distances and poor drops in and around Arnhem. The Polish were dropped into drill on the 19th of September, with the rest of the brigade dropping in on the 21st of September, near Grave. But they fell close to a German camp and suffered greatly, and were cut off from the Paris. 3 times Sosabowski tried to cross the Rhine to relieve Erkert's surrounded men. Using rubber boats, they managed to get 200 men over to reinforce the Paras. On the 24th, a staff meeting was held. Sosabowski was still in the mind that they could win the battle, even suggesting to do a joint assault with 30 Corps, but this was rejected. On the 25th to the 26th, they moved south to shield the retreat of what was left of the 1st Airborne Division. On the 27th of December, he was removed from command after openly criticising Montgomery after he suffered 40% casualties for his Polish division. You can't blame him, really. He was eventually made commander of the rearguard troops, and he was demobbed in 1948. After the war, he succeeded to evacuate his family from Poland to London. He found a job in a factory. He passed away on the 25th of September 1967. In 1969, his remains were reinterred in a military cemetery in Poland. In Sosabowski's service, he was awarded a Knight's Cross of Virtue Militaria, Commander's Cross with Star, posthumously in 1988, the Cross of Independence, the Polish Cross for Valour, the Gold Cross with Merit with Swords, Honorary Command of the Order of the British Empire, a Bronze Lion from Holland, posthumously given to him in 2006.